Hey there everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 ways I am wrecking my homeschool. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Lee, and if you're new here, I am a 7+ year veteran of homeschooling. I have 3 kiddos, ages 13, 11, and 7. And if you are looking for the perfect ideal homeschool, this is not it. But if you're here for a little bit of real life advice, real life experience, and like today, sharing some of my failures, then you are in the right place. Like I said, today's video is going to be 3 ways that I'm wrecking my homeschool. And this video is a collaboration that is being hosted by myself as well as Ingrid at Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles. I'm going to link her channel down below. I'm also going to link the playlist. I've got some lovely homeschooling mamas that are joining in, and I hope that this will be an encouragement to you and hopefully a forewarning for all of us and how we can turn this thing around. So this is a little tough. This is one of those vulnerable videos that is hard to share and say that I'm not perfect and I don't do everything right. And these are some things that I need to check myself on, because there are days that things just go bad, and then there are days that I step back and reflect and say, that might have went bad because of something I did. So I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things that I am doing that are absolutely wrecking my homeschool, and I hope you will be gracious in the comments down below. Number 1 is a very real and practical thing, and that is that I just do not get enough sleep. I love to read. I love the peace and quiet after everybody's gone to bed at night. I love having the time to lesson plan and have my own space. I'm an introvert, and so when I'm around my kids all day long, I need that peace and quiet. I'm not ready for bed, but I just need that peace and quiet. And because of that, because I have chosen to do that, I just do not get enough sleep. There's not enough hours in the day, and there's not enough concealer to cover these bags under my eyes. And so I have been realizing more and more lately that I have fallen into a poor habit of staying up way too late and trying to cram too many things into my time, and I need to be getting more rest. Especially as we are approaching the high school years. My oldest is in 8th grade, and his work is a lot harder. So when I don't get my rest, the algebra does not come as quick as it used to. So mama needs some more rest. I have got to find a way to start changing that habit. And I think one of the things I'm going to be doing is giving myself a cutoff time for when I can be on the computer and when I can have the TV on. Not to say that it's when I have to go to bed, but turning that electronic stimulation off. I do love to read, so hopefully by doing that and then just sitting down with a good book, I will help myself unwind a little bit, but learn from my mistakes. It is a lot harder to teach homeschool when you're not well rested, and it's a lot harder to have the patience that you need when you're not well rested. So number 1, I need more sleep. Number 2, the second way that I am wrecking my homeschool is I'm afraid of the pivot. That's what I put in my notes. So let me explain. What's the pivot? That is when you are entirely fed up with your curriculum. You're entirely over it. It's not working for you or your child, or maybe it's just something that is no longer of interest and you need to switch things up. I'm afraid of the pivot. It scares me. I don't feel like I need to finish every lesson in the book. I've kind of outgrown that, but I do feel like I need to stay the course, stay when things are rocky. And I think that's good to a degree, because you're going to have rough days. I don't think you need to be switching curriculum up all the time. But when you're realizing that something's really not working, it's time for the pivot. And for me, that's a really scary place to be. I'm always afraid that I'm not doing enough, I'm not giving enough, I'm not preparing enough. And so to pivot and switch curriculums, I think, oh my gosh, what have I done? I've just reset everything. Well, reset's not necessarily a bad thing. Reset can be a really good thing. So I am trying this year to become more comfortable with that, to become more comfortable with the switch of things, but it's tough. The third way that I am wrecking my homeschool is forgetting to have fun with my kids. I realized the last couple of weeks, probably since Christmas was really rough. Everybody was sick and we kind of blew Christmas break because we all just rested and felt awful. And ever since then, I've realized we have not smiled, we have not laughed, we have not enjoyed the way that we should. And I'm a very type A personality. It's very easy for me to get into the habit of, okay, checking the boxes, doing that stuff, making sure you're working through the scope and sequence, and just laying out the assignments for every day, that I forget to add in the fun. And that's why this year I've really been trying to add in more games and do more drawing. Today we did an art lesson, but it is so easy for me to forget that. And I think in the doldrums of January and February and winter, it sometimes feels like just doing the next thing. And I can forget to add in the fun stuff. We just finished a unit in science about atmosphere, and it was maybe this is why I'm feeling this way, it was the roughest science unit I have probably done in my 7+ years of homeschool. It was just rough. And I forgot we didn't do a lot of games with it. We didn't do a lot of experiments with it. It was just very much so trying to grind it out and understand how the atmosphere affects our weather so that we could move on to the weather unit. It was tough, and I know that I have a tendency to do that. Not just, I'm feeling ourselves in a lull right now, and I know that we'll come out of it, but that's one of those mistakes that I repeat and I repeat and I repeat. And so I am trying to work myself out of that habit and become more that it's not all just about reading and worksheets. That multiplication can be about throwing a beanbag back and forth, and that science can be about experimenting with acids and bases. It can be fun, and I tend to fall into that pattern, which is where I'm at right now, and that's number 3. It is definitely wrecking us right now. So those are the 3 ways that I feel I am currently wrecking my homeschool. I need to remember that this is not public school, and that there is time to have fun, to let loose, and to enjoy my kiddos. Leave me a comment down below. What mistakes have you realized you've made in the past, and how did you correct them? And if you have any tips about how to get more sleep, I want to hear that one as well. Don't forget to check out that playlist and hit the subscription button before you click off this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.